Hey, it's the one and only savior of misbehavior, the world champion of love, the smartest man on television, Corey Graves, and I am telling you to join the hottest group out there, Team Mutiny. This is the year of Team Mutiny. I swear, I promise, I'm really smart, believe me. This is the year.
Everybody, it's Terry. I'm here with your Mutiny News. First thing is first, I want to say happy anniversary to Team Mutiny for celebrating its 1 year to developing into an amazing faction. We started out here on July 22nd, and I want to give a personal shout out to our co-leaders, Wally, Jason, or aka Canada, Cash, and Serena. You guys did an amazing job putting the faction together. I cannot give myself credit because I was not a co-leader at the time that we originated. But to everybody that stood by with us on July 22nd last year and believed in us, we're here, we're still going, and I'm excited to see what is to come for us. So good job, everybody. Was talking about that too. How about our faction this week? So, quick backup. We did decide that we were going to change the way we do things to see if it would help us get closer to the top 100 or even obtain 100. So, with that being said, we did go ahead and look at our faction scores and what everybody in our talent was capable of doing, and we made number goals as opposed to doing the 4 times the roster score. Needless to say, we have done our personal best and we ranked out at 106, which is amazing. And that was without some of our players and some of our heavy hitters. So to get that much closer, we're so close, guys. I have to say, very impressive work. So great job there. We were only 20 million shy, actually, of hitting the top 100. So that's how close we actually were to hitting our goal. So we are getting there. We are making progress. And as long as we keep this momentum up, I am sure of it. Next feud, we will get 100. Now, let's talk about how big numbers and who did what in this feud. So I got given a hard time for flipping my hair throughout the video by my wonderful co-leads. So hopefully you guys don't have a counter on me. We're going to see how many times I can do this without flipping my hair. So I'm going to pray here. So yes, big numbers, despite any restriction, they are capable of happening. We had 37 people who scored a million points or more. 4 of them were just shy of that 1 million. 4 of you scored over 10 million, including myself, and 4 of us also scored over 5 million. Our total combined score was 160 million. So again, fantastic job. So personal shout out time. If I forget you guys, I'm really sorry. We had so many names. I'm kind of going by the top of my head and what I wrote down. But if you did a personal best, definitely pat yourself on the back because you guys definitely deserve it. Especially with some of the people in their roster sizes who were able to hash out. So, for example, Mike did 2.6 million. He had only a 203K roster. S.A. King, he scored 4.4 million. He had a 246K roster. Gibbons did 2.2 million, and he only had a 181K roster. In addition to that, Wu, he actually had a neck injury he is trying to recover from, and even though he didn't score high, he still participated, and I really do think that's actually worth mentioning. I hope you get better, by the way. In addition to that, Squirtle also did 1.4 million, was a 331K roster, and he is also recovering from chemo. So Squirtle, I hope you get better, and again, you definitely deserve the shout out. You guys did an amazing job. Some of our new guys who actually were in their first ever faction with us, Nems was only 400K shy of the 8 million goals. That was really impressive. Bam F, his first ever start, he did a really good job as well. Still shy of the goal, but he grinded out and showed to us that he is totally capable of handling his own. So again, you guys definitely deserve a shout out. So congratulations for what you did, and we're totally proud of you guys. In addition to other personal bests, I want to mention Cash, Skug, Brandon, and Neil. You guys all broke your personal best. So amazing work. Skug wanted to shout out how awesome all the Jasons are, so I guess that's my personal shout out there. In addition to other mentions here, so for our roster scores and how we did there, so we averaged about 5 times our roster score on regular note. 13 of us did 13 times our roster score or higher. 40 of us did 4 times our roster score or higher, and 9 of them were close to 3 times the roster score. Top 10 feuders. So we did 84 million, just the top 10, which was a little more than half of what our total score accumulation was. So amazing grind by all of us in this feud. I'm very proud of you guys, as well as the rest of the co-leaders. Fantastic work. Only other thing we want to mention here. So now we are in a situation now where the feuds, we notice that we are going to have perks, and they're probably going to continue to be ongoing. So definitely keep your perks in mind when it comes to the faction feuds if you guys want an upper advantage. In addition to that, we are actually starting to learn now our feuds a little bit more ahead of time than what we normally were used to, where it was like maybe a day or two before, and then boom, we have a feud. So with that being said, we would love it if you guys could just maybe give us a couple of days to maybe even a week notice if you will or will not be able to attend. We know a lot of you did, and we definitely appreciate that. But we know there were some during the feud that couldn't do it. And I want to mention here too, last minute stuff happens, so we totally understand. But if there are some of you who were scheduled to work, chances are you kind of knew already ahead of time if you had to work. Just tell us ahead of time so we can just note you down. We don't want it lost in the conversation in the faction. If you're going on vacation, if you are going out of town, whatever the case is, if you guys just know ahead of time that something's coming up before the feud, please just give us the gratitude and letting us know, so that way we're not looking for you and we're not wondering why our numbers were short, because we do accommodate everybody when we're talking about our scores. I think that's all I have. So I talked pretty fast. I didn't do any hair flips, thank God. And if you guys have any questions, please reach out to someone in leadership. Make sure you hit your 30 heals for the end of this week if you have not already. And if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to our pages for our 4-star rosters, as well as this one, in case you guys want to hear me talk for a good 5 to 6 minutes. That's all I got, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I will catch you on the flip side.